happens when you fear God? What happens? Your community begins to change. Sister and brother, y'all married? Y'all married. How long y'all been married? What'd he say? 30. That's what I'm talking about. See, that is what our community needs. We need marriage. That is the beginning of the fear of God. That is a commandment of God. Do y'all agree that we don't have that in our communities? And what does that bring? Brother, this is some important information that she shouldn't be taking you from. You see what I'm saying? All right. Sister, I'm trying to get him what's important. You finna go to the gas station? Oh man, come on man. This brother, hey, go back to Jeremiah 5, man. Man, you don't be playing games like that, bro. Man, we out here for you. We out here for you. Go straight to 5 and 24. We out here for y'all. Y'all got to pull up, sis. Sis, do you agree that there is a high rate of single parent households? Sis, pull up and answer that question. Huh? Sis, is that high rate? Hey, we don't want to listen, bro. Read it from 23 again, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, and verse 23. But this people had a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. Neither, verse 24, neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Lord, our God.
We out here to get our people to know and fear God. Hold that. Give me what is the fear of God. What happens when you fear God? What happens? Your community begins to change. Sister and brother, y'all married? Y'all married. How long y'all been married? What'd he say? 30. That's what I'm talking about. See, that is what our community needs. We need marriage. That is the beginning of the fear of God. That is a commandment of God. Do y'all agree that we don't have that in our communities? And what does that bring? Sister, do you agree that we have a lack of marriage in our community? Is that your parents? So listen, come here for a second. Because what they have is a beautiful thing. You see that? Go to Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. I'm finna show y'all how beautiful what y'all got is a beautiful thing in God's eyes, right? I'm finna show you. Do you believe that this is your book? And it don't belong to nobody else? Do you agree with that? All praises. You got it? 13 and 4. Read what you got.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
30 years they have been honorable to each other. Come here, come closer, sir. Can you agree? And we ain't gonna put the camera on you. He got to have it on me. Do you agree that marriage is honorable? Read.
And the bed undefiled, but whoremongers.
Whoremongers. Sister, what is that? What is a? Don't worry about. Don't worry. if he want to stay here and listen. See, that really is Satan trying to take the word from you, really. We could get there, but I want to teach you something better than what he's trying to throw out there. Read it from the top again.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
What is the bed? Sex. Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
You hear that? So what is the judgment that only our people? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. I think it's 61 or 63. What is it? For the diseases. These people. the so-called American black, Judah. The things that when we don't do the commandments, like we don't, just something simple. We don't want to marry our people, right, sir? Are you sleeping with anyone? You're not. So that means that you're not. You don't have. Do you have a girlfriend? You don't. Have you did that before?
Yeah.
Okay. According to the scriptures, marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled for these people right here. Come and look at this sign, brother. Find out who you are on this sign. For all I know, you could be Gad. Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
So listen, we were just going over what marriage is.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
Go back to Hebrews 13. So who are you on this sign? This is what you would say if you filled out a job application or a passport. Who would you be on here?
So they would have said I would have been one of these, right?
Right. Okay.
But in reality, but it's H-Man.
Yes, sir.
It could be dead.
So you're saying you from the tribe of Levi, right? Okay. Well, guess what? You are still under these laws. This is your book. This book right here. These commandments aren't for anyone else. But guess what? If you don't do the commandments, like read what you got again.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61. Now this is the judgment if you don't.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Is AIDS? Can we find AIDS in this Bible? No. Can we find syphilis in this Bible? No. But those are the judgment for Amos 3. That is the judgment for our people. The ones that God said y'all are separated. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I know I'm jumping around. Just rock with me for a second. Now, sir, it said, if you don't do the commandment, there are certain things that will happen to only this people, right? Is this not our history in Jonesboro, in Arkansas? Right? The American black, Levi was just dropped off over there in Haiti. Y'all just dropped. Your family was just dropped off in Haiti first.
Wake them up.
You see what I'm saying? But what happened? Did we go on ships? Did you go on a slave ship? Your people to Haiti? Yes, they did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm surprised they not teaching that in school. That's the first thing I learned in social studies. First thing I found out was that I was brought over here in America on ships.
Right.
Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, who owned that store over there? Is that a black man that owned that store? Is that a black man that owned that store over there, sir? What about that shop over there?
Wake them up.
Or what about that construction shop over there? Is there any, we don't own these shops, right? But they're in our community. God said that you are holy people. You too. If you don't see yourself on this sign, so that means the Asian, the Chinese, the white people, so-called, they are not holy. They are not separated. They not special to God. You are what?
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's supposed to be your stone. You see what I'm saying? But guess why you were bought here you end up over here in America, but your people were dropped off in Haiti because Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we're gonna hold 15. Yes, sir. Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Verse 68. So now he said, if you don't do my commandments like today is the Sabbath. Did you know today was the Sabbath day? You did know that. Okay. So what do you do on the Sabbath day?
You're supposed to rest.
Rest. Okay. What else? What don't you supposed to be doing today? Sis, what they come this truck coming a little bit. Can you get him on the grass, sis? I got daughters, man. If somebody, woo, Lord have mercy. So I'm going over the Sabbath day with him and some of the curses that only our people. This is only our history. You see what I'm saying? Read what you got. You got 68? Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Egypt is just another word for bondage, right? It only means house of bondage. So put bondage or slavery, because if you know the history of the Bible, Egypt, the captivity we served in Egypt is the first slavery. You get what I'm saying? All we did in Egypt was slave, just like we doing in America. Look on the back of your dollar bill. What's on the back of the dollar bill? What's on the back of the dollar bill?
Wake them up.
Huh? A pyramid? What's on the back of the dollar bill? A pyramid. So what are they doing? They showing you that America is Egypt again. You see what I'm saying? But the Bible also says this is Babylon. And Babylon is slated, which means it is going to be destroyed. And this is what we are here to do. We're trying to get y'all out of that certain destruction that's coming to this country for having you and your daughters, you still here slaving. Just not in the field like we used to pick cotton. You see what I'm saying? Have our children out there picking cotton. It's a consequences and repercussions. Hold that, give me Revelation chapter 13. Give me that real quick. Give me that. Young man, did you know that you would end up you were old enough to pick cotton? You didn't know that? Come here. Look at this. Come here, son. Check this out. Do all those people look old to you that's out there? That means you were in bondage. You see that? But God said, look, because they had your grandfather, they had your brothers, your aunties, your uncles doing this, and still to this day, this was going to happen. Read verse 9.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Hey, young man, you want to listen to this? Just listen. One scripture, sir. Read. He said what?
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
You a young man, you need to be listening to this. Who had these people right here? Who had these people in captivity? What is captivity, young man? Slavery. What do you say? What is captivity? Young lady, what is captivity? Is this not captivity?
Wake them up.
Do you think you still in captivity right now? Okay. See what I'm saying? And what God say?
Start up.
Yes, sir.
Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Every nation that had you in captivity shall what?
Go into captivity.
How? Because you will be, Revelation 18 and verse 4. Because we out here bringing the commandments to you. Matter of fact, let's give them some commandments. Deuteronomy chapter 22. Deuteronomy 22. The young man got to go. I hope he don't end up being a statistic. Because Because a lot of times, what do you see? When young men go and gather up around each other, is there a lot of good that come from that? It ain't. Because they lacking the commandments. We're going to give you a commandment, right? Read what you got.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Sisters, what do men put on today that belongs to women? That's a garment. It ain't a trick question. They put bra and panty on. What else? Hair, dress, but no. We would listen to certain rappers, man, and then what happened? They threw on a what? A dress and started getting their nails painted.
Wake them up.
You see what I'm saying? Now on the flip side, sisters, you will notice on this sign is going back into 1800s, 1700s. Some of them as early as the 1940s. But what do you see on this sign? You see our sisters in dresses.
That's right.
I guarantee you, some of you all, if you all know your grandmother or your great-grandmother, they wasn't wearing dresses. Pants. They had never put on a pair of pants. Why? Because the Bible said what?
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
See, and that's what they knew.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is